Let's now shift our attention to Greece. The country is currently grappling with a crisis of over-tourism. You heard that right. The picturesque islands of Greece are struggling to ward off tourists. The influx of tourists, coupled with the waste generated by wealthy tourists, created pressing challenges for the country, to say the least. And in response, the Prime Minister of the country has expressed the need to consider limiting the number of cruise ships allowed to visit popular islands. The impact of over-tourism has been felt the most by the local residents of Greece, with the islands of Mykonos and Santorini bearing the brunt of this surge in tourist activity. The situation has become increasingly dire, by the way. In the year 2023, Athens saw a staggering influx of over 7 million tourists. Experts predict a 20% increase in tourist arrivals this year, signifying a significant shift from the previously quiet streets of Greece. While the tourism industry has witnessed an upsurge, there are growing concerns about the detrimental effects on local businesses. In fact, instead of bolstering local industries, over-tourism has had an adverse effect on them. For instance, winemakers have reported widespread destruction of the vineyards due to the uncontrolled development of holiday rentals. And this, by the way, has caused agricultural land prices to skyrocket, posing a significant threat to the livelihoods of the local farmers and the producers. And what's more, concerns are mounting among the island's winemakers, who fear that if no action is taken, grape production could dwindle to zero by 2041. Zero. Why is that, you ask? Well, because of the scarcity of water. It is posing significant challenges for wine cultivation. The wine industry is suffering from a significant loss of labor, all thanks to the booming tourism sector. But it's not just Greece. The surge in tourism across Europe following the pandemic has worsened the supply chain crisis, the traffic congestion, also the economic disparities. These are visible in the sought-after destinations, including Santorini. And while some areas have attempted to address these challenges through visitor fees, caps on tourist numbers and temporary bans, their success has been limited as a historically high summer tourist influx begins. Despite the local authorities' requests for limitations since 2012, Santorini is expecting a staggering 3.4 million tourists this summer. The mayor, Nikos Zorzos, anticipates a challenging year for Santorini. He has raised the red flag, by the way, saying the island's capacity to accommodate additional visitors, even with enhanced infrastructure, has been pushed to the limit. That says a lot. The municipality lacks the authority to impose a construction ban, prompting the mayor to call on the Athens government to intervene. And the Greek Prime Minister has noted the issue of over-tourism. In the month of June, he unveiled plans to impose restrictions on cruise ships accessing the country's most popular islands. The measures are expected to be implemented next year. The proposed regulations may encompass limits on the total number of island berths or the introduction of a bidding process for the boat slots. It is the government's latest effort to curtail day trippers from cruise ships. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.